I am trying so hard to not have to go through again, or put other people through, are things that I might not express well, and I might push you away because of that. Yeah.
All right, so this is yours. Mm, what was your first impression of me, and how has that changed over time, if at all?
Wow. First impressions. Am I supposed to say like the exact first impression, or like?
Like first time you saw?
Okay, so
Yeah.
the first time I saw you, I remember we had just joined campus. This is so weird. We had just joined campus, and we were having our orientation at the Department of Journalism and Communication.
Room 4.
Yes, lecture room 4. And you know, after all that talk, I don't remember what was said, you know, in the whole conversation. But what I remember was one of the lecturers asked if anyone has a question. And in my head, I'm like, I have this question, but I feel like I'm going to figure it out with time, and I don't have to ask about it like right now. So then I had, yes, please. And you know, they were pointing to the back.
Yeah.
And then you,
Could not have been me.
it was you. I know, because that is my first impression of you. You spoke, and the question that you asked was exactly what I was saying. You know, I'm going to figure this out later.
Yeah.
But like, I think what stood out to me was the fact that you spoke eloquently, which was something that I hadn't had in a very long time. Like, because no offense to the people out there that could watch this, but I'd had conversations with people and they weren't as eloquent as you are, and they didn't sound as good as yourself. And so I remember I was like, now who is this who's asking questions? But the moment you're like, my name is Joel, blah, 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 I'm like, hold on, who is that, you know? And I remember looking back and saying to myself that I want this person to be my friend, because immediately I thought of you as somebody who is very smart, someone who is able to express themselves beautifully. And the fact that even after you asked your question, I was still staring at you, and you were having your friends, you know, like just in the same corner, and they're like, you know, that whole thing. So I'm like, okay, you know, they're just
Hyping
that
me.
whole, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that was. What was your first
So
impression of
wait, do
me?
I still read your mind, or nowadays it's like,
No,
we're so far
actually,
off?
I think it has gotten so much better, because a lot of the time I don't even have to explain myself or over explain something that's in my head. I'll just literally have something and I'll come to you, and you know, whatever it is that, you know, I'm trying to put across, you get it even before my words explain it to you. And I think there's a lot of ease with that. My first impression of you has actually remained the same. I still find you very intelligent, very smart, very friendly, stubborn sometimes, but you know, like in yes, you are, but in a very beautiful way, and I love that about you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
What was your
First
first
time
impression?
I think the first time I really paid attention to you,
Don't make me sound like a stalker.
I mean, kind of, but first time was, I think there's a meeting, and you had spoken way earlier than me, and you actually poked me to actually want to say something, because before anyone else spoke, it was like, okay, this is casual, this is exactly what you'd expect at an orientation and all that. Everyone is saying, oh, you need to be A, B, C, D, be X, Y, Z, and all that, which is really, I mean, yeah, duh. What's next? And then you had a suggestion, and it was all, oh, okay, wow. The room is actually filled with people who are like super
Yeah.
intelligent. So I actually need to play catch up to level up. And then the other thing I remember, because I didn't see you on that first time, you actually sat behind me. The other day I saw you was when you walked late into class and you were in shorts on a Monday. I was like, okay, wow, she really doesn't care. And I was like, this is just insane. It's either being uh, totally reluctant on what people have to say, or just being straight out bold, and that was really impressive. So yeah, that was something.
Very weird though.
Mm-hmm. A girl in shorts. Is it me?
Um, yeah, this one is yours. If there was a manual for our relationship, what would it read?
That's very complex.
Like, I think if there was an instruction guide for
For our
how to
relationship.
go about describing our relationship,
To like someone else.
yeah, what would it read?
First thing would be, don't be cliche.
Yeah.
Be original. Be free. Always find the fun stuff in everything. Yeah.
Why do you think that would be, the description that they would receive?
Because I think it's really how we do stuff. Don't like to do things casually like everyone else. Yeah, and also we find funny things in the weirdest moments. So yeah, always have fun, and I think loyalty. Though that's almost needless to say. So yeah, basically,
Okay.
as simple as, right?
Yeah.
That was not a simple question though. What is your deepest fear or concern about our relationship?
Is that a question for me or for you?
Uh-huh. It's for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I put this? Mm, I'm really trying not to cry here.
Yeah,
Um,
like what makes you, looks like you already have something in mind.
yeah, I do. Geez, we're going to start this right now.
Already.
Okay. I guess a big fear of mine is that my fears are going to push you away. You know,
Yeah.
everything that happened way before, like with me growing up.
Yeah.
And so the fears that came from that experience, I think even subconsciously, are things that still haunt me. They're things that
Stayed
still,
with you.
yeah. And so even when I'm able to trust you, even when I'm able to say, hey, it's not going to be like this, even when I am convinced that things will be different, that things are different with you, I feel subconsciously,
Yeah.
however much I try to run away from it,
Yeah.
it manifests in certain ways. And so it's almost like I end up hurting you, even when I do not mean to, even when all I am doing might be, on my part seeking clarity. And I think I have learned to read myself better, where if there are underlying issues, then I am able to see that. But unfortunately, a lot of the times that happens like way later. And
Like way
yeah,
later.
way after,
Yeah.
when I've already, like, the
When you're
damage
broken
is
down
done.
with, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I feel that my fears and the things that I am trying so hard to not have to go through again, or put other people through, are things that I might not express well, and
Yeah.
I might push you away because of that. Yeah. What are your fears? I'm okay. Ooh.
Well, um, if I would be fearful of anything, it would be possibly the delay in how far we want to go. Mostly in progress, to be honest, because it's like everything seems to be going so slow. And yeah, I mean, nothing really happens at our own timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's sort of puts everything that we wanted to do on a standstill, and it gets to a point where I'm not doing enough. We need to do more. We need to
Or you think
have
so?
more. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, need to do more. Need to have more. Need to grow more. And the fact that we're not in position to do stuff like those, yeah, really makes me fearful for whether we'll have enough time to do what we want to do. Yeah, so that's something that's really on my mind most of the time.
We'll get through
Yeah, we will.
together.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.